No Japanese info by Japanese people. Then, count on me! Hey there, it's Naoto. Today's episode concerns God. Regardless of your belief, whether you believe in monotheism, polytheism, let's give it a shot to imagine this. What if you can be a god? What if you will be worshipped by many people? Sounds ridiculous, but I'm totally serious. But for making sure, I'm mentioning the way of Shintoism in Japan exclusively. In Shintoism, perhaps you might be worshipped as a god and enshrined in many places. Theoretically, that's possible. Not easy, rather extremely difficult, but theoretically, that's possible. All you have to do is to fulfill two conditions. Before getting to the point, you'd better know what Shintoism actually is. In Japan, from long time ago, Shintoism and Buddhism have been the main religions, and they have been mixed overwhelmingly throughout our history. Previously, I posted a few videos about it, so if you're looking for more info, those videos can help you. Now, Shintoism. Shintoism originally stemmed from animism, and typically, we worship a kind of supernatural power. Some people say it's due to our geographical circumstance. We are always compelled to take care about natural disasters. Shintoism is a sort of polytheism. There are many gods ranging from the sun goddess Amaterasu to even one grain of rice. If you visit shrine in Japan, you sometimes see a tree tied with a sacred rope, and that is also a god. In this way, we worship natural object, invisible supernatural power, and human as well. And this time, we are going to know the deity in the human form. What kind of gods are there? In general, there are two types of gods that have the form of human. The one is the gods that appear in Japanese mythology, such as Amaterasu no Mikami, Tsukuyomi no Mikoto, whatever. They appear on old Japanese literature called Kojiki as well as Nihon Shoki. These literature are written about how the nation Japan had been formed. In the course of forming this world and Japan, many gods were born. And it is said Japanese emperor family is the descendant of these gods. That's why emperor family is combined with Shintoism. Well, in a nutshell, this is the one of two types of the gods in human form. Gods that appear in Japanese mythology. On the other hand, there are gods that certainly existed in this world. This is quite tricky. They were born in this world just like we were born. They were also the human. For instance, Sagaran no Michizane, Taira no Masakado, and Stoku Emperor. They have something in common. They are called Onryou, which is so to say the vengeable ghosts that are capable of causing harm in this world of living. They are able to injure people and even kill. So people are afraid of Onryou so much that Onryou came to be worshipped and enshrined carefully and politely in order to calm their anger down. But why on earth Onryou sometimes do us harm? The point is that they die in bad way with huge anger and resentment. In short, Onryou is driven by vengeance. This is one of the conditions to be a god. To die in a bad way with extremely huge resentment. Let's take Sugawara no Michizane, for example. He is enshrined in Kitano Tenmangu at Kyoto and Dazaifu Tenmangu in Fukuoka Prefecture and beyond. Today, he is worshipped as a god of learning and scholarship. He was born in 845. He was super talented and so clever. He contributed to Uda Emperor so much. He was so to say a top bureaucrat of the time. However, meanwhile, other bureaucrats, especially Fujiwara clan, got jealous so much. One day in 901, out of the blue, Michizane fell into the snares of deceit. There was a fake report by Onryou that Michizane is conspiring to change imperial succession. In response, suddenly Michizane was relegated to Dazaifu in Fukuoka Prefecture. He kept protesting his innocence, but sadly he died in exile. 5 years later, one of the ringleaders of Michizane's demolition, Fujiwara no Sugane, suddenly died. People started a rumor that his death was caused by Onryou of Michizane. After a while, many strange deaths, natural disasters happened in Kyoto. People were so afraid of Michizane's Onryou. Therefore, in order to calm Michizane's spirit down, Kitano Tenmangu Shrine was built at Kyoto. In other words, Michizane came to be enshrined and worshipped as a god. This is the story about Sagaran no Michizane, from which we can learn the second condition to be a god. That is, to make something great or to be trusted by many people. Those two conditions are remarkable among gods that have human form in Shintoism. So, that's all for today. Two conditions to be a god typify the way of thinking about Onryou. In the end, let me introduce you another example briefly. Isumo Taisha Shrine, which I introduced before as a shrine of death, is also considered to represent Onryou. Actually, the concept of Onryou is very essential. It's imperative to understand what Shintoism actually is. Thanks for watching to the end. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time on the Japanalyst. ありがとうございました。